In the playlist of orthopedic rehabilitation protocol, the joint we will discuss is the knee joint. In the knee joint, the first pathology that we will discuss is the anterior cruciate ligament. It's also known as ACL. An anterior cruciate ligament injury is a tear or sprain of the anterior cruciate. It is the tear or a sprain. Ligament has sprain. Ligament sprain has three grades: grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Grade 3 is more severe. It's the torn of the ligament. And ACL injury is occur when there is tear or sprain of the ACL, anterior cruciate ligament. It is most commonly occur during the sports. It is commonly in the athletes that involve sudden stop or change in the direction. When the knee is in the extension, the anterior cruciate ligament injury has more chance to tear. Many people hear and feel a popping sound, severe pain, and also swelling in the acute phase. There are some tests that we can do to check the anterior cruciate ligament. The first test that we do is the Lachman test. In this test, patient position is spine, knee in almost 20 to 30 degree of flexion. Therapist placed one hand behind the tibia and other on the thigh bone, that's femur, thumb on the tibial tuberosity, and therapist move the patient tibia anteriorly. This is the position, and if there is excessive movement, then this is the positive sign of the ACL torn, the ligament of ACL torn. Ligaments, what is the role of ligament? Ligament has a role to provide joint stability. In this test, if the test is positive, there is excessive motion, it means joint is not stable, the ligament is torn. The second test that we do is the anterior drawn test. In this test, patient supine, hip flex to 45 degree, knee flex to knees in the 90 degree, grasps the proximal lower leg, attempt to translate the lower leg anteriorly. The previous test also the therapist moved the tibia anteriorly. In this also tibia translate anteriorly. There is excessive motion or leg and feel. There is no end feel. So this is the positive sign of the anterior drawn test. This is the position that the therapist and patient held, and always compare the one knee with the other. Always compare with the unaffected side. If there is right side of the ACL injury, always compare the patient left knee also. And this is our main point of focus, that is the rehabilitation. In this condition, after surgery, post surgical ACL rehabilitation, it has many phases because ligament injury require months to recover. In the phase 1, immediate post operative, it is of 0 to 2 weeks. In this phase 1, we have a goal to protect the graft, reduce the patient pain and swelling, and restore the mobility, restore full extension, and improve the patient knee flexion, minimize the muscle inhibition, quads control, regain full active extension, restore the motion, protect the graft, and the patient education is very important. Keep your knee straight and elevate when sitting or in the lying position. Don't place towel under the knee. Do not actively kick the knee or outright. Support the surgical side and don't do any aggressive movement of the knee. Restore the patient movements, range of motion, and protect the graft and with the patient education. This is for the phase 1. Weight bearing, first we do walking, initially brace locked, crutches. Many may start walking without crutches. If the patient pain is reduced, allograft and hamstring autograph continue partial weight bearing with crutches for 6 weeks, otherwise instructed. May unlock brace once able to perform SLR. If the patient perform SLR without leg, then you can remove the braces. May stop use of braces after 6 weeks. If the quad control is achieved, if the patient is improved, then you can remove the braces. Leading with the non-surgical side when going up the stairs. If patient right leg is affected, then you can go upstairs with the left leg ahead, leading with the crutches and surgical side when moving down the stairs. And when you moving down the stairs, then put your affected leg first. Intervention we do is the first, in the acute phase we do swelling management. In this picture you can see there is ankle um, ankle foot upward and downward movement. In the acute phase we do icing, compression and elevation, retrograde massage and the ankle pumps to improve the blood circulation. Next, intervention. Intervention we do is the range of motion, mobility, mobilization of the patellar joint. Because the knee joint, there is three joint involved: tibia, three bones involved: tibia, fibula, tibia femur and patella. So gliding is very important: superior, inferior, medial and lateral, all types. Supine, active, free knee extension and flexion and heel slides. Low intensity, long duration exercises, stretches are very important. Supine active hamstring stretching if there is tightness. Supine passive hamstring stretching. These are the intervention we do in the acute phase. Strengthening is very important. Quadriceps sets, SLR. Don't perform SLR if you have a knee extension leg. If the patient condition improve, then go for SLR. Hip abduction in supine position we do for the first 2 weeks. This is the position. And now first phase is complete and we will start this phase second, intermediate post operative. It's of 3 to 5 weeks. The goal in this phase is also to protect the graft, maintain full extension, restore the patient flexion and normalize the patient walking pattern, that is also called gait. Intervention in this phase is to restore the range of motion, mobility, stationary bicycling for the strengthening, gentle stretching of the muscles, quads, and strengthening exercises, that is prone, hamstring, curls, step up and step up with the march, partial squat exercises, ball squat, wall squat. This squat exercise is also good for strengthening. Hip abduction in side lying position, lumbopelvic strengthening. We can also do bridge and unilateral bridge, side lying, hip extension, rotation. These are all the lumbopelvic strengthening exercises. From we can proceed from 3 to 5 weeks. Balance and proprioception exercises also perform. Single leg standing balance, static, progress to static balance. Patient first improve static balance, then progress to the dynamic and level, proceed to unsteady surface. According to patient condition, patient improvement, we can go for static to dynamic balance and the unsteady surfaces. Lateral step over joint position, retraining of the muscles. In the phase 3, second phase complete. In the phase 3, late post-operative phase of ACL rehabilitation, it's of 6 to 8 weeks. The goal in this phase is same as previous, but 2 to 3 points added in every phase. Continue to protect the graft, maintain the full range of motion, progressive strengthening, promote proper movement patterns, avoid the exercises that cause pain or swelling, avoid exercises that cause pain at the graft donor site. So this is the precautions, and continue the range of motion strengthening and graft site protection. Intervention we do is the range of motion, rotational, tibial mobilization if limited range of motion, elliptical, stair climber, flucker click, swimmers. These are the exercises or interventions we can do for the improving range of motion. Strengthening exercises we do is the gym equipment, leg press machine, seated hamstring curl. These are for the hamstrings, hip abductors, adductors, all hip movements, strengthening muscles exercises we can perform. The following exercises to focus on proper control on good proximal stable. If the patient condition is this stable, then we can go for these exercises: squats to chair, lateral lunges, single leg progressive partial weight bearing, single leg press, slide board lunges. Okay, these are all the exercises. Single leg squats exercises, all the strengthening of the muscle exercises we can perform in the progressive stages. Knee exercises, for additional exercise we can also add the knee exercises specific to the knee joint. Balance and the proprioception, if the patient condition improve, we improve its balance. Progress single limb balance including perturbation training. This is for the balance on the balance board. Completed phase 3, and next we have phase 4, that is the transitional phase. It's of 9 to 12 weeks. The goal in this phase is to full range of motion, progress strengthening, also the improve and promote movement patterns, avoid exercises that cause pain and swelling, and also pain at the graft donor side. These are the precautions that we avoid. If there is pain, then improving the strengthening and range of motion within the patient tolerance. Intervention in this is to begin submaximal sport specific training in the sagittal plane. Sagittal plane means forward at the backward movements that the patient can perform. Initially in this position, bilateral partial weight bearing polymetrics means the in the many planes, and also progress to the partial weight bearing to the full weight bearing polymetrics. If the patient condition approved, this is the phase 4 transitional phase. We can increase the progression of exercises. In the phase 5, this is the phase to return. If the person is in the sports or he wants to return to the sports, this phase is of 3 to 5 months. Then we can specific to the patient sports activities. In this phase we have the goal to progress these strengthening exercises specifically on the muscles safely. Initial sports specific training, this is very important for sports physiotherapists. Promote the movement patterns, and always remember avoid any activity that cause pain. The intervention we do is the running program, returns to running program, progress to polymetric, and agility program. Agility program means the within the seconds, and the patient and the athletes changing positions, rotational motions. This is the agility program with functional brace if prescribed. Agility and polymetrics program also initiated if the patient want to return to his sports activities. This is for the athletes. In the last phase 6, unrestricted return to the sports. In the phase 5 there is also some restrictions, and if he feel pain he can stop the his exercise or sports training. And this phase is of 6 plus months. In this phase there is no restriction, unrestricted return to the sports. Ligament injury always take time, and you can see there are 6 phases in it and 6 plus months. patient become improve. The goal in this phase is to continue strengthening and proprioceptive exercises, mean joint positioning, symmetrical performance with the sport specific drills. And in this phase we have the safe progress of patient to the full sport. The patient return to its full sport activities. Intervention we do is the multiplane sport specific polymetrics program, multiplane sport specific agility program. This is specifically for the athletes, including hard cutting and pivoting depending upon the goal. In which sport the athlete is in uh, involving or participating depend upon the athlete specific sport. We do exercises, non-contact practice, full play, and always concerned with sport physiotherapist. These are the phases we will study today. ACL, its injury, how to check ACL injury with the specific test of physiotherapist, and also we will discuss rehabilitation in the detail. So it's done. This is the short answer. You can answer this test for the ACL or the physio test for the ACL. Write the answer in the comment. Thank you.